You know, I'd never really given much thought to how I would die, but dying in the place of someone I love seemed like a pretty good way to go.
What is something you've just been thinking about a lot lately?
Deep underground military bases.
Jaden Smith is back in the spotlight again, and not in a good way.
It's the fluorescence. Plato's caves. Sometimes I wonder if I was seeing the same things through my eyes that the rest of the world was seeing through theirs. Or maybe there was a glitch in my brain. Because I went through a lot of my life trying to be normal. And it was a really big deal for me for a long time that people thought that I was very much so normal. And that bothered me after a while.
This time, D.L. Hughley is stepping in with his own take, and he's not holding back at all. He's pointing fingers at Jada, saying her past choices and wild behavior may have seriously affected Jaden's mindset. DL even brings up those controversial rumors about her connection with August Alsina, suggesting that kind of situation could leave a lasting impact. He also hints that Jaden may have been pushed into the spotlight too early while things around him were chaotic, and now people are questioning how that shaped him.
I feel like people didn't really understand me or see me, and it's like I wasn't really trying to show anybody that, and sometimes it's so frustrating to watch people try to follow the normal thing to do when that's not what they really want to do, and their art and everything. I actively try to be myself.
So here's what went down recently. Jaden hit the red carpet at the Coulda Been Love Season 2 premiere, and at first everything looked calm and normal. A reporter asked him about his new Christian Louboutin collection and mentioned designer Stephen Smith, who, by the way, used to work with Kanye West. But out of nowhere, Jaden just walked off mid-question and didn't even respond. Seriously, what was that about? The question wasn't even controversial. And even if it was, he could have just said, "No comment," and kept it moving. But it didn't stop there. Just a few weeks later, Jaden was out in Paris and got caught on camera reacting to hail like it was something completely unreal.
Dog, it's hailing in Paris, bro. Ice is falling from the sky. It was cold. I knew it was cold, bro. Ice is bouncing off of me. Dog, do you see this? Rain doesn't, bro, it hurts a little bit. Bro, what's happening? What's going on? Bro, it's bouncing off.
People online were confused, saying he was acting way over the top for something pretty normal. And now, everyone's talking about his fashion choices too.
Bro, you're not supposed to be able to catch rain in your hand. I'm catching little snowflakes in my hand, bro. You're not supposed to be able to catch rain, dog. It's bouncing out of my hand, dude. What's happening? It's hailing. I knew it was cold, but to bounce rain in ice form off my body is crazy. Oh, we won, baby. We're back.
He pulled up carrying a tiny dollhouse-style bag that cost a wild $47,000. That's not just fashion. That's a statement people can't stop debating.
Well, I'm here at the LB show. I got this new amazing bag here. We got a freaking balcony on it. We got an owl on it. It's insane detailed. Everybody's getting insane work on this. Boom, boom. Inside, you know the vibes. We're locked in. Come on. Details everywhere. Owl, little, you know what I'm saying? We're locked in. That's what we're.
If you're following this story, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment with your thoughts, because this situation just keeps getting crazier. Now, if you scroll through the comments on that video, you'll notice a pattern real quick. A lot of people are saying the same exact thing. Jaden didn't just end up like this for no reason. Folks are pointing at his upbringing, saying his parents were caught up in everything except actually parenting him, and that kind of environment can leave marks that don't just disappear. And then you've got D.L. Hughley stepping in with a strong opinion. He's basically saying this all goes back to what Jaden might have seen growing up inside that household. D.L. brought up the situation involving Jada and August Alsina.
I was talking to my daughter, and my daughter had a friend who she bought home from college and she lived with us, right? And she needed a place to stay. And she lived with us, and I accepted her as now she's been there so long and we've known each other so long that she's literally like my daughter to me. Imagine me and my old lady, me and my wife break up, and I start messing around with her.
Pointing out how complicated it was, especially since August was reportedly dealing with serious personal struggles at the time. According to DL, that kind of situation raises a lot of questions people can't ignore. He also made another point that got people talking.
So let me tell you something. If you're sick, like he's physically ill,
Yeah.
he's emotionally, and then the damage you do, like this dude was talking about killing himself, right? So it isn't just you having an affair or whatever you do. It's that in your wake, because you felt bad, that dude was fucked up behind it.
He said if the roles were flipped, the reaction would have been completely different, and that hit a nerve. Just imagine if Will had been linked to one of Willow's friends during a vulnerable moment like that. People are saying the outrage would have been on a whole different level. But instead, most of the attention stayed on the word entanglement and that red table talk moment. A lot of people feel like the deeper parts of the situation didn't get the same level of attention, especially the concerns about timing, boundaries, and emotional vulnerability. And what makes it even more shocking to some is that Jaden was the one who introduced them in the first place. That detail alone has people raising eyebrows and asking serious questions. Now here's another layer that adds even more weight to the conversation. In his 2020 docuseries State of Emergency, The Rise of August Alsina, August opened up about going through trauma at a young age involving someone close to him. He shared that he wanted to keep it private, but according to his story, that information ended up being shared with others anyway. That part has people looking at the whole situation differently and connecting even more dots. And when August was asked about his mom during an interview on The Breakfast Club, he didn't hold back. He made it clear they were never really close, which already says a lot about what he was dealing with behind the scenes. In that same interview, August opened up about battling severe depression and even admitted there was a time he thought about ending his life because he felt like he had no one to turn to. That's heavy, and it shows just how alone and vulnerable he really was during that period. So people are looking at the situation and saying, this was someone already dealing with deep trauma, struggling mentally and physically, and lacking a real support system. Then he ends up around Jaden's circle, inside that environment, and things get complicated fast. That's why so many are questioning the dynamics and whether the boundaries in that situation were handled the right way. But it doesn't stop there, because things take an even more intense turn when you look at what some insiders have been saying. There are claims, still unproven, that Jaden himself may have gone through difficult experiences growing up in that household. Now, to be clear, that part is speculation, but it hasn't stopped people from analyzing his behavior and connecting different moments. Some fans have pointed out that Jada doesn't often show much public affection toward Jaden, while Will's approach has sometimes seemed a bit over the top, even in moments where Jaden looked uncomfortable. Will
I can kiss my son. Jaden, come on. Are you okay?
Will has brushed it off as just being expressive, but viewers are saying, if your son is clearly not feeling it, why keep pushing that boundary? Because of all this, a lot of people are now tying these moments together, trying to make sense of Jaden's actions today. And then there's that viral Coachella clip with Jaden and Justin Bieber that still has people talking. Some viewers believe that video hinted at deeper struggles both of them may have faced while growing up in the spotlight, and it only adds more questions to an already complicated story. And then there's another angle people keep bringing up. And yeah, it's one of those topics where people say, if you know, you know. The whole Scientology connection has been floating around for years, and it still gets attention whenever this family is discussed.
Why didn't they ask Leah Remini? She's a little more credible. But then again, she might have been able to pull some of their cards, because a lot of them motherfuckers is involved in that Scientology bullshit too. That's LA.
Back in 2008, Will and Jada launched a private school called the New Village Leadership Academy, enrolling both Jaden and Willow. At the time, Will explained it as a positive move, saying they just wanted to build a space where kids could actually enjoy learning and feel inspired every day. Sounds good on the surface, but not everyone was convinced. Parents of other students started raising serious concerns, and things unraveled pretty quickly. The school ended up shutting down after people discovered alleged connections to the Church of Scientology. Reports claimed that several teachers were deeply involved in Scientology, and even the school's curriculum pointed toward study technology, which comes from L. Ron Hubbard's teachings. That detail alone had people questioning what was really going on behind the scenes. Will and Jada denied being part of Scientology at first, but then actress Leah Remini stepped in and flipped the conversation completely. In her book, Troublemaker Surviving Hollywood and Scientology, she claimed she personally saw Jada at Scientology events multiple times. That added a whole new layer to the story that people couldn't ignore. And Leah didn't stop there. She shared a wild story about a night at Tom Cruise's house with Will and Jada that had people raising eyebrows instantly. According to her, Tom suddenly suggested playing hide and seek. Yes, hide and seek, with a group of grown adults in a massive mansion. She even wrote, "At first I thought he was joking, but he wasn't joking at all." The house was reportedly huge, sitting on several acres of private land, which made the whole situation feel even stranger. Leah said when she refused to join in. Tom walked up to her and said, "Well, good, so you're it then." That moment alone had people questioning the kind of environment and experiences happening in those circles. Leah didn't just keep that story in her book either. She doubled down in an interview with the Daily Beast. She straight up said Jada was involved, no hesitation. In her words, "I know Jada's in. She's been in Scientology a long time." She also added, "I never saw Will there, but I saw Jada at the Celebrity Center. Jada, I'd seen her there all the time." That kind of statement only pushed the conversation even further and got more people paying attention. Now you might be wondering, what does all of this actually have to do with Jaden and everything people are saying about him today? Well, some voices online have tried to connect the dots in their own way. For example, former celebrity bodyguard Big Homie CeCe has claimed that certain harmful behaviors in the industry were influenced by powerful groups, including people linked to Scientology. That's a serious claim, but it's important to remember it's an allegation, not something proven. Then you've got Jaguar Wright, who took things even further. She suggested there could be a link between Scientology and alleged secret networks in Hollywood. On top of that, she mentioned Will and Jada in a way that got people talking, hinting at concerns about their family dynamics.
The Willow conversation, the Smith family conversation that we had.
In your face.
In your face.
Like, put out in your face.
I mean, there's multiple videos of this man forcibly trying to tongue kiss his son. On some Dalai Lama shit, suck my tongue.
Again, these are claims and opinions that haven't been verified, but they've definitely added fuel to the discussion online. At the end of the day, this whole situation leaves people divided and asking real questions. Are voices like Jaguar Wright and DL Hughley onto something when they connect past controversies to how Jaden acts today? Or is Jaden simply living out the reality of growing up famous with every move being judged under a microscope? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this topic is far from settled. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and comment if you want more breakdowns like this because there's always more to uncover.